You ever look up at the clouds on a spring day and say, God, I want to be up there? Cool. Then air is the game for you. The story of Air is one of mystery. You are a pilgrim named Auk who must visit 4 shrines of an archipelago suspended in the sky. At the first shrine, you are gifted a magic lantern and must escape as some unseen force pursues you. Outside, you are greeted by your mentor and the open air. Then you see this. When I first saw this, I said 2 things. The first was a soft, oh my god. And the second was, I need to play this with a controller. From this moment on, you are free to explore the skies and the floating islands that fill it as you uncover the past of this world and how it fell to ruin. Your lantern illuminates phantoms of the past. It's Air's primary storytelling mechanic, and it's oddly effective. You can find these phantoms all over the game world, each one conveying some new information, however small. A pair of lovers meeting in secret, the installation of a dictatorship, a tragedy. You not only feel you're looking into the past, but also into something private. Questions drift through your head. How long ago was this? Were these people like me? And are these their final moments? The first game many people will compare Air to is Journey, which has a very similar premise about exploring the ruins of a mythic world spoiled by greed. It's not a debate I feel is worth hashing out because, they're both great games. If you like Journey, you'll like Air. Though, for what it's worth, I like Air just that little bit more. Air's real mastery comes from its sound design. What you're gonna want to do is get some good headphones and crank this game up. You know what? Actually, 50 is still pretty loud. I don't want to go deaf from a young age. 40 could still cause irreparable damage. Perfect. When you take to the skies, the music shifts to rhythmic guitars that just so encapsulate the freedom of the open air. When you're in these decayed ruins of worlds past, you're assaulted by an ominous moan that burrows into your fear receptors and tells you you should not be here. When walking on the islands, you'll hear the buzzing of insects or the fluttering of birds. It's small touches like these that make this world feel real, tangible, despite its clay-like art style. As far as the gameplay itself, there's not a lot to say. The puzzles are simple, like Pokemon Gym simple. The only time I was stuck in this game came towards the very end, and it only lasted a few minutes. There are a number of side areas to explore, each doing their own small piece of world building. They're not totally necessary to understand the game's lore, as the main areas are pretty explicit about what happened. But I still felt compelled to explore this world, even if the payoff was as small as finding some baby sheep. There's no combat, no stealth, no fail states, arguably no puzzles. Just the powers of flight and light. And really, that's all this needs. I finished this game in one playthrough, and I struggle to think of anything that would improve on it. So, in my day of play with Air, I played for 2 hours. Really? That's it? I could have sworn it was at least 3 or 4. I suppose in retrospect, none of the areas took long to complete, but I don't know, I was so sucked into this game I barely noticed how short it actually is. It took me probably 5 minutes to get the controls down. Like I said, this is a game made for controllers. It isn't a game leaning on its mechanics, so you're given the bare minimum and just set loose. Actually, it's a game so easy to handle, I'd encourage people to let children play it. It'd be a good introduction to this sort of genre. Will I come back to it? Yes, but probably only once. I thought I was pretty thorough in my exploration, but the achievement list tells me there were some locales I passed over that have my attention. An ancient battlefield, the remains of a cult, Crab Island. I want to go back and explore more of this world and its history, and because of how easy it is to jump back in, I could easily see myself spending another hour or two going for completion. As far as replaying, it's hard to say, but I'm leaning towards no. Once I have all the achievements, I don't see myself coming back to this, no matter how amazing it was. And, most importantly, did I have fun? Yes, yes, and yes. If AER is not placed into the same pantheon of games like Journey and Abzu, then shame on everyone that passed it up. It fits with them so perfectly. Look, we already have earth and water. This adds air. We just need fire, and we'll be able to summon the atmospheric 3D exploration indie game Avatar. At the end of it all, AER is a game that will stick with me. While I like to be sparing with how often I call individual games art, yeah, this right here is art.